Buona dimineața. Today is May 22nd, and it is a Friday morning. It's about a little past 8:30 in the morning, and we are, temperature is about 56 degrees. We are heading out of the town of Resita. Last night we stayed at, this is Paul with Paul and Tammy from Backpacking and Brews. And this is day 50 on our trek across Romania on the Via Transilvanica. And we are walking along the river that runs through Resita. It's actually not a bad looking river. Some guy was just rinsing something in the river. I'm not sure what. But this is an interesting town in that really was industrial at some point. Steel industry was here. Steel industry. And one side of it looked really sort of kind of like it used to be something more than it is today. And anyway, the other side where we were staying seems quite nice and clean, and a whole lot of families were out last night around the fountain and the center of the town. Really quite nice. It seemed like a very safe environment. Anyway, today we've got about a 10-mile trek, 2,200 feet elevation gain, and we're heading to Iabalcea, which is a small village, and we're staying at a pension there that doesn't have a restaurant, does have a kitchen. And we talked to the guy yesterday, and he's going to meet us there around 2 o'clock, take us to a store so we can buy food for dinner and breakfast. So it's a little different than what we've had in the past. Wow, there's a nice property there. Look at that. Wow. A little bit of money in this town, we think. So anyway, that's our day today. Yesterday, coming through Resita, quite an interesting route we took. We kind of worked close to the sort of industrial side, overlooking it, high atop the valley. Came through right by 2 cooling towers. One cooling tower, the second one, was actually leaking water, as if water is just automatically pumped in there and it's just continuing to leak out of it. Not quite sure how that works or why it still does, but it does. And there's a path over here, Tammy. Go ahead. Yep. Quite kind of like a steel skeleton environment. Really kind of creepy, I think. And signs of something, a day's gone by. But real industrial town, and that side of the village or the town looked kind of, I don't know. I mean, we didn't even get a good look of it, but certainly the parts that we did walk through were kind of run down. And then we went back up to the top of the hill and climbed to a cross overlooking the entire city, where we saw a far out kilometer stone, probably sponsored by Far Out, the trekking app. And we had a good look of both sides of the city. And then after we got that high, then we came almost straight down into the newer part of Resita, and sort of the cleaner, looked a little nicer, and that's where we stayed. And they had restaurants and grocery stores and an orange store, so we re-upped our time on our phones. So now we have cell service through the rest of our trip. We also were able to get some contact lens solution at a Dr. Max pharmacy, Pharmacia. So we're all set for the next bit of our trek. But yeah, it was interesting just seeing the village, the town of Resita. And we'll see what today brings. But 10 miles, 2,200 feet elevation gain. Oh, and it's supposed to get up in the mid-70s today. So we got plenty of water. And I don't think there's one village between here and Iabalcea. So we'll see how that goes. There's a chance of rain midday. So we'll see. But right now, clear skies, as you can see above me. And Cale Buna. Oh, just wanted to provide an update on my shoes for those who care. So my the Vibram treads on my shoes, these are Hoka's Anacapa Breeze Lows, bought brand new before the trek. And you know, we've gone over 1,000 kilometers, probably maybe 1,100 kilometers, probably have just 300 kilometers to go. And sure enough, right outside our penthouse luxury apartment that we stayed in, there was a cobbler. I said, whoa, what are the chances? Must be fate. So I went down, brought my shoes down to the cobbler, and it was later in the day. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and just didn't get around to it. We were in the town earlier, but didn't get around to it till later. Anyway, brought my shoes in, showed him my shoes, used Google Translate to tell him, hey, we're on a trek, got, you know, at least 300 more kilometers to go. Is there anything you can do about my wearing thin Vibrams soles? And he basically said that he could basically cut away all of the Vibram, the hard part, and then he would put, right up here, he would put the glue, I presume, glue a whole new tread on the bottom of my shoes. And he basically pulled out a sheet of 2 foot by 2 foot thick rubber with the same tread design across there. And it was a thick tread. It was probably, geez, I don't know, 1/4 inch thick almost, maybe. And I said, okay, if you could do that, how much would it cost and when would it be ready? He said, well, 150 RON, which I think is reasonable, 40 some bucks for both shoes, but it wouldn't be ready till 11:30 this morning. And I said thank you, but no, for a couple of reasons. I said, I thought to myself, I didn't tell him, I didn't really like what he was going to do, because I actually have some places on my shoe where the tread is pretty good, and I didn't really like the one kind of tread across the entire shoe. And it was a strange, it wasn't like a normal tread on a shoe. It looked like a tread on a tire. So anyway, didn't go for it. I'm just gonna see how far these shoes get me. And when they fail, out comes the duct tape. And we'll see how that goes. But anyway, just figured I'd let you know for anybody who's interested. If you're not, just fast forward through this part. Okay, I figured I'd just show you the route out of Resita, at least part of it, while I talk about this. So we stayed at the penthouse luxury apartment It was 300 RON for the night, and really quite nice. It was a penthouse. It was on the top floor of an apartment building that looks like it was built during the communist era. There were quite a few of the same types of buildings, same design in the town, but it was quite nice. 300 RON, lei, whatever. So divide that by 4, so 70 some dollars. She had coffee pods and creamer and sugar, and then so it was a full kitchen, and one bedroom, big king size bed, 2 bathrooms, one with a big clawfoot bathtub, the other one with a shower that actually had a glass wall on it that was big enough to prevent most of the water from coming out, so that was refreshing. And had a full living room and a real nice balcony that overlooked the city. Balcony that overlooked the city, and beautiful view. Boy, just really very nice. And it worked out pretty well. We thought it was a worthwhile deal. A little more expensive. And yeah, it was very nice, very comfortable. It's one of those places where, unfortunately, you put all your stuff, and you gotta make sure in the morning you don't forget anything, because there's so many places to put it. But very nice, hot water. The only thing it had a thermostat, but the thermostat was nothing we could control. It was automatically set so that the towel warmer and the radiators wouldn't come on unless the temperature in the apartment dropped below 22 degrees Celsius. So one of those things that we kind of a pet peeve of ours, like, man, we'd like to be able to turn those radiators on to help dry stuff. But anyway, I did figure out a way to hang the clothesline, and in the clothesline, hang our clothes, and through the night they dried. So it worked out okay. No big deal. Also, this is a pet peeve of mine. The apartment had at least 2 or 3 of those scent squirter things. I don't know if they're motion detected or timed on timers, but the darn things squirt out air freshener every so often, and I just can't stand those things, especially if I'm in the room when squirts goes psh, and you're like, ugh. Anyway, that's a pet peeve of mine. I think, if the place is clean, you don't need to have all those scent things. You always worry if you walk in a house. Sorry if I'm offending anybody. You walk in a house and there's a whole bunch of those plug-in scent things. Like, why do they have so many scent things? What smell are they really hiding? So, and this apartment looked clean. Didn't look like there were any animals or anything like that in it. So I didn't think it needed that, but you could tell the way it was decorated and those scent things. This was an older lady's apartment. Had a whole bunch of things that would suggest that there was probably no guy in there in many years. Just so many little knickknacks and stuff. But it was very nice, very comfortable, and we would recommend it. Just a real nice break and beautiful view, etc. So, well, we are about 6.5 miles into our trek today, and we just came out of the forest, out of the nice shade and into the sun, but there's a nice breeze blowing, so it's not so bad. But it's just really pretty up here now. This sort of mountain pasture. Still continue to climb, which most of the day we will be, and it's about 11 o'clock in the morning, but we got a beautiful view this way, and then as I pan left, A beautiful view over here as well. And behind the trees there, sorry, that tree is the village of Seku or Sechu. But yeah, real nice up here. No animals right now, but maybe sometime soon.